Times are hard, and we all know it. And we're all struggling a bit. I mean, just a little bit. As for you, let me ask you a question. Are you clutching tighter at the reins of control? Are you trying to hold more closely to the things that you need, the things that you desire, your hopes, your efforts? And how is that working out for you, right? Are you like Alexander Haig, pictured here? This is in a press conference right after the attempted assassination of President Ronald Reagan. And Mr. Haig was Secretary of State, and he got he got lambasted for saying, "I'm in control here at the White House." Some people saying that that sounded like he was subverting the natural chain of command. But the next breath was, he says, "We're in communication with the vice president." I, I don't think Mr. Haig was attempting to say, "I'm running this country right now," but didn't come off well, right? Nevertheless, when you are in your throes of anxiety over this year, over COVID or racial injustice or the election season or what have you, are you Al Haig standing saying, "I'm in control, I've got this"? Well, the good news for you is no, you're not. The good news for you is that God is not your co-pilot. You need to go back and sit down back in the cabin. So I want to take a break today from our series in the book of Isaiah. I just want to encourage you with what I think may be the most comforting verse in all of Scripture. When facing trials, the most comforting verse. It may not be what you think. Matthew 6:34, Jesus says, "Therefore, do not be anxious about tomorrow, for tomorrow will be anxious for itself. Sufficient for the day is its own trouble." In other translations, he says, "Each day has enough trouble of its own." I find that immensely comforting, because what is Jesus saying here? He's not saying that tomorrow is an entity that has a will and a heart and a mind and is capable of being anxious. He's saying, this is not your job. You don't have to worry about tomorrow. You don't have to be in charge. You're not in control. Your remote doesn't work when you point it at the world's issues. Control Alt Delete will not reboot 2020. We've all tried it, and you don't have to carry tomorrow's worries today. You don't have to carry yesterday's worries today. Each day has enough trouble of its own. Sufficient for today is today's trouble. I think a lot of times we believe that if we worry effectively enough, it will somehow manage our life. That's not true. You can lay that down today. That is good news and grace for you today. Tomorrow will be anxious for itself. That's not your job. That's daily bread for you today. Yes, this is hard. No, you don't have to pretend that it's not hard. You don't have to be a smiley, happy Christian. But you don't have to carry tomorrow's load either. There's freedom in that for you and for me. As we look at maybe coming to the end of 2020, we don't know what next year is going to be like. Sufficient for the year is its own troubles. Let's be here today. Let us take to the Lord our anxieties and our worries and our needs. He will give us bread. He will not forget his children. Sufficient for today is today's issues. You don't have to worry about tomorrow. Go in that grace and peace, and I hope that comfort. I hope that's an encouragement to you. It sure is to me, many days. Bless you.